This little valley here will today be the background of a pretty unique German World War II installation that Hitler ordered to be put on the Atlantic Wall. But the Atlantic Wall is most often in conjunction with, or in a way associated with, the ocean. So why are we not at the ocean side? Well, that's what the story is going to be about today. But first, let me take you up into the skies and I'll give you a little overview with the drone. One of the first small clues that of what is here, taken completely out of context, but that is actually a German piece of the construction here. And that is a power supply cabinet casted up here. And why is that there? Well, this is the start of a little story and I think you're going to enjoy it. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and to all our Patreon and PayPal supporters, thank you for being in there, for supporting our work and enabling us to do what you see. So, our first little objective here is to show you why the Germans were here. Well, what they did, they thought this is a very nice place to have a gun. We are kilometers away from the ocean line, but nevertheless, the Germans figure out that if we place a gun up here in the inland, well, the Allies wouldn't be able to get it. So what they did, they actually transported huge 28 centimeters guns coming up this railroad track here from the south, going up there, changing over to a railroad track that actually came all the way up to the field. There's a burial mound that's from very old times, and the gun ended up right there. Let me show you the circle again so you can kind of figure out what took place there or how it looked. Yeah, so up here was that 28 centimeter gun, and that would have looked something like this. And they had a plan of putting 3 of these guns here. Only one of them were ever kind of put up here. And today it's just a field, a farmer's field. There's nothing there. But as you can see by the older images and what you saw me flying over, you can actually see this path going all the way down there, and about a kilometer further down there, that's the switch over point. And this side track here is for the second gun, which they actually put here, and it's right here. You can see it in the terrain, and it goes all the way down there where you are to the second gun emplacement, and that's where you saw the control box that I showed you. And over there, that is where the derailing of the railroad track will lead all the way out to the field there, and boom, that's what it was all about. The Germans wanted to have the possibility to have a secret retreat up in the mountainsides in this valley, to have their artillery. And this gun, how much was it, Eagle Eyes? 28,000 or something meters this could launch out? Or was it 35,000 meters?
All the way to the ocean line from here.
All the way to the ocean line. They could fire from here. So what an ingenious way to hide away your investment. But you know, there are a lot more here. And we are going to take you up there and we're going to show you that right now. So while we are walking here, it's so strange to think that this is on the Atlantic Wall. As I said earlier, Atlantic Wall is all about the coastal defensive positions that Hitler ordered. You can see it in a little photo here. Yeah, from the bottom of France to the top of Scandinavia, with tens of thousands of structures. And very often you are at the coastline. You can even see the ocean everywhere, almost from the coastal artillery positions. But this is completely different. And there's a reason for that, and that is that the Germans, they were very clever, as I said. And they knew that if they put the artillery position here, they could still take out the vessels down at the coastline. But the Allied never knew this place was here before the late end of the war, actually. Well, we thought this could have been something to do with the gun barrels that was here. 28 centimeter gear. It is definitely not, because there are no rifling inside, but we got very excited for a moment. So now we are actually smack in the area where the barracks were. I'm going to show you a picture of exactly where we're standing. And the only thing that is standing is that little structure, but there is something really, really interesting here that we want to show you. But they had a couple of massive systems here in the hillside there, and also some tunnels. And behind us, we are going to look and see if we can find one of the tunnels that they had there. So, how come we are here? Well, easy. I came across a little spy's diary telling us a lot of the activity that went on here. He's referring to a hill. He was very often sitting on a hill, taking notes of what the Germans did. And he's referring to two hills, one on this side, one on behind us. And in one of them, there's a huge cave where they actually drove trucks inside. And on the other side, there are two smaller ones, machine gun positions and all of that. And we really don't know exactly where that is. So first we're going to have a pick on top here. But it's so interesting, and that's what's inspired me to find this place. Those small lines of that spy that was there in the local history book was just referred to. And then I found dots and the connections together, and boom, we're here sharing with you. So thank you all for being there for us, especially our Patreon PayPal supporters. You're the guys and girls who makes all of this come true. And check this out if you want to. Did you know that you can become a World War II History Hunter team member, and the artifacts here could be passed on to you in this manner and fashion here by creating beautiful World War II dioramas and displays? You can be the future keeper of something very special by the history and the history hunting that we share together. Check out the link in the video description. You can click that and you can become a Patreon team member if you want to. Different kind of perks with for your eyes only videos, travel vlogs, restoration projects, all of that good stuff. And if you want to know more, check out the supporter videos in the beginning of each month. But now let's continue our little adventure. Yeah, you can become the future keeper of a beautiful World War II artifact. So check out the Patreon link if you want to. There could be something in the backside of the hill here, I'm not sure, but if that is, then it's fully closed off. But we're gonna see if we can find some of the caves here and show that to you. Oh my goodness, it seems like we were absolutely right. I'm not sure how big.
Try and see if you can take the dolly bit out.
Yeah, we're most definitely going to try and see what's in here. This is interesting. All right, this could be one of a kind. And we are so excited that we actually managed to find this place. Holy bananas. Oh, are you kidding me? This was such a jackpot. And I said to Eagle Eyes, if we can find this place, which is so, oh my goodness, there's a cable there. Cable roller or whatever. Oh my goodness, this is almost unreal. This is so rare and difficult for people to know where it is. And what is that? There's a huge cable roller there. Wait a second.
Oh,
Wait, okay, but let me see what this thing here is. Okay, I have to change the battery in the give me a second. Right, here we go again. Look at that. That is some of the German machinery. Looks like a huge cable of, is it like blasting cable? Electrical blasting cable? Wow, that is crazy. Let me see, show you here. Oh, this is so muggy. This is rotten wood. And this is crazy. Look at that little thing there. What is that all about? And there's a couple of that. And why is this place here so high up in the mountainside? Look here. Glass. What is that? Is that a glass? Oh, that was a light bulb. Yeah, give me a second. There's a huge steel plate right there. There's a huge steel plate laying there. There is this concrete thing. I think this is what they put the electricity connections on. You saw the first one we showed you down at where the gun was. Is this something they started and never finished?
I think actually, yes.
Yeah, it could be. But what a fascinating place. Oh, there's a door. It's shut.
How to open it, actually, please?
Let me see. That's shut. All right, if you go behind me, I can give them a little tour this way.
How is this door shut?
Wow.
Oh, I see how.
It's rusted.
No, it's not
Wow, this is absolutely spectacular. Absolutely spectacular.
There's a chain blocking that door.
So I think this roll here is actually blasting cable, and they used that to blast with the dynamite and everything. Wow, and we came in from there. But what a crazy thing, it's just like an entrance, this room, and then you go up in the top there. Why? I think there is more here, but that's what I said. The huge one is kind of shut completely.
Because it could be dangerous.
So, wow, look at that. That is pure magic. Wow. In the summertime, springtime, this would have been so perfect. You can actually go down and have a dip. And for the German soldier who was placed here, maybe Hans and Wilhelm and Friedrich, they were here serving their duty way, way away from the Eastern Front, you know. And they actually had a blast here. But when the winter storms and the winter comes and 2 meters of snow, it's a completely different story. But just imagine being one of these guys out here. They would be so safe. There are no enemies, there are no attacks. So that would have been cool. I'm trying to figure out whether this road here leads to somewhere, because there are these rumors of huge munition storages, and I cannot understand where they could have been. So here you see this actually stops right here. Why? I think maybe the Germans planned something here to go into the mountainside because they wanted to have a stockpile of munition here. I've read that this is the area where the Germans want to stockpile massive numbers of munition for something that took place further down on the coastline. But it doesn't seem like they kind of had the opportunity to finish that. But look at this place. It's absolutely spectacular. All right, let's go back. Elias is waiting for me there. So we're going to enter the second hill now. All right, the main target for today that we hope that we're going to find and share with you takes place on this little hill. This is the near defense position of the camp itself. And what it is a arrangement of machine gun position and trenches that can cover this whole valley here to flank out whatever enemy who would try, maybe even coming up the river. I haven't got a clue, but I still wonder what is up there. And I think we can see the purpose when we get to the top there. We figured it out. This is not what I thought it was. This is not the German barrack. This is where the German barrack was, and that's the one in the picture here. So what they did, they actually built this thing on top of half the German barrack, and this is the entrance points, and this is what the Germans used. Wow. I get it. I fully get it now. I can see the construction type and method with the rocks and concrete. Huge wide step like that, but that would be nothing that they built in this area. And the Germans wanted it to be like grand stuff, so this could be the mess hall, kitchen, all of that, and I really think it is. Wow. So up here, those stairs, that is where Franz, Heinrich, Friedrich, Helmut, they went in there and they were here. And the barracks are the home away from home for the soldiers. Doesn't matter which country they're from. This was where they could feel human, being friends with each other, share stories from their homeland, all of that. Read the Feld Post. Wow, spectacular. You know, the Spice Chronicles says something about a mountain system here as well, caves. And the chronicles are right. And it actually seems to be open. There's supposed to be one entrance and one exit. Down here, this is below the machine gun positions. Ooh. And I think, oh my goodness, there's a lot of mosquitoes here.
You better move.
Yeah, let's move.
So,
Wait, I have to arrange the flashlight here, like that.
please move.
So this is probably most likely just a mountain hall, blasted out, yeah, with
It's the entrance there.
there's an entrance. Tons of mosquitoes. Let's go around here, show it to them. So we have this entrance here. And this is what I think is the bomb shelter room for the camp, because this is just absolutely next to the position here. So I think it's a refuge or a escape system for the crews at the camp.
Where did it come out?
So right here you can see there's the exit. And let me go here. Tons of, millions of mosquitoes in there. Let me show you. This is the outside from this entrance point. So there is that huge German barrack foundation. And I can see something here. You see that tree has fallen down, but guess what? I can see a path line going up to the mountainside. And that is where I think they have the machine gun positions and the defensive measures up there. Yeah, they are probably up there. Most definitely. There's a trench line. You can actually see it coming here, over here, up here. So something's going on up here. You know, Eagle Eyes, he is Eagle Eyes for a reason. Show them what you just found.
Barbed wire.
Wow, they are actually barbed wire.
We just walked right past them.
I walked right past it, but you see it. That is amazing.
2 parts.
And there are tons of it. We're gonna make sure we have a couple of these, or some of them, to pass on to our beloved supporters. You saw that video for the Patreon support. I can promise you, you will have a beautiful display, beautiful shadow box with a piece of the barbed wire from the German, very, very special gun position. I was just about to say that it's very special to walk here in these trenches. They're almost completely filled now. You can most definitely see it. It's surreal to think that these young men, they were sent so far away from home into a complete different environment to be here, serve their country. And as I said, I don't make a difference of German or English or anything. We just record what we find. And all of these positions here have the same kind of theme. It's humans being sent out into war. Whether or not they want it, that's a completely different thing, or where they came from is a different thing, but they were all here for a reason. It was to serve, and most of them had to. All right, so you see, it comes over here. We're gonna go a bit further up there and see if we can find some of the machine gun positions. Yeah, this is the bridge. You can see here, the field of fire down there. The river goes here. So this is definitely a pretty complex firing system. And I think there was a machine gun position right there. You can see this huge tree has grown into the French here. And I also do think, yeah, that little area there, that is also a machine gun position. And the trench even continues. You can see it here. And it gets actually pretty deep over here. So it engulfs the whole hillside here actually. That is cool to see. Yeah, it continues here and it snakes over to there. All right, this is the situation. Hans, in this case, Eagle Eyes, he got an order. There's a British tank coming up here and he has spotted it. Now the range crew has said 350 meters. He adjusting the aiming device on the Panzerfaust, and they know exactly what to do. So there are 3 teams working together. They're waiting for the tank to come right about here, and then the column has to stop because there's something in the road, a roadblock, and then suddenly the commander shouts, "Fire!" And he fires away that round, and the tanks down there, they were taken out one by one, and in the end the Germans protected their investment on the top of the hill. There are some walls being put up here, and you can see the trench ends in a part of that wall. So I think this is actually a protection for the rear of the trenches. Let me show you a little picture here. I'm going to show you how it basically looks like up here. So you can see they would have to defend from enemies coming in here, but also from this side. So they had to be on 2 flanks here. And the reason for it being placed right here is what you can see. There were no trees, and the main road that we passed up on is over there. So you can sit here and you can take out whatever comes out from that direction. So that is specifically why it was here. It was to protect the road, it was to protect the camp behind us and be able to attack the road and the river area. Wow, spectacular place. What a spectacular place. We are so lucky to have discovered this. I promise you, nobody else in the world has ever shown you pictures or images from this position. That is how rare and special that is. But guess what? This little helper here did a remarkable discovery that led us into another very interesting story in the same area. Yeah, there's going to be some epic scenes from that place. It's a German stronghold at a bridgehead where some roads met up together, and it's an important place for the Germans, and I just can't wait to share that with you. And that's the result of us going out. We are going to prepare and make ready some of the shadow boxes for our supporters. Watch the videos in the beginning of each month if you want to figure out how you can become a future keeper of some of the pieces that we find out there. And we share a lot more secret videos, research videos, restoration projects, travel vlogs. It's all there for you to enjoy. And if you don't want to, help us out just by watching the videos in full length. You know, 80% of you watches the videos less than 7-8 minutes. That means you skip. And if you skip the videos, I have to be very honest to say, I much rather see you watch a sleeping cat or something on a Chinese YouTube channel, something like that, that has 50 million views, than skipping our material, because we do a lot of research, we travel, we work very hard for this, and I really appreciate people who want to kind of take the little time it takes to watch the full thing, to get the full context, and in that way understand even more and learn more. Nevertheless, thank you for being here. We have a huge folder full of projects. It never ends, it will never stop, and we will be out there for you to enjoy and learn from. Thank you for being here. We'll definitely see you in the next one, so stay safe, keep smiling, and bye bye.